What is up, guys? This is the Galaxy's Greatest on YouTube, and I'm here for my Week 15 predictions. Last week, Week 14, I went 9-7. Not my best week. I went down a bit in my, pick'em league, but it's all right because it's a winning record, and I have my overall record now at 130, 76, and 2. Huge improvement from last year. All right, I am. Right now, the way I'm going, it looks like I'm probably going to beat last year's record, so that's a good thing. And you know what? This week, I want to get really close to that record, so let's get right into it. Starting off with Thursday Night Football, we have the Los Angeles Rams, who no longer have Jeff Fisher as head coach. He has been fired. I mean, it's about time. Hey, at least you can say you didn't go 7-9 this year. You went 4-9. Anyway, they'll be going on the road to take on the Seattle Seahawks, who had a terrible loss to the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. But I like the Seahawks to come back and win this game against LA. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game, but you know what? Seattle's at home. I like their chances of winning. Give me the Seattle Seahawks to win. And next, we're going to move on to a Saturday night game. We have the Miami Dolphins on the road to take on the New York Jets. And for the Miami Dolphins, it's likely they won't have Ryan Tannehill in this game. Mike Pouncey, the center, is done for the season as far as I'm concerned. I know he's injured. I think he's done for the season, too. He's expected to be done for the season. And the New York Jets, they just got a win over the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, everyone beats the Niners apparently, but still, a win's a win. So that's a little bit of momentum. And you know what? The Jets right now, even though they're done, they're down and out for the count, they are looking to play spoiler. And you know what? I say they will play spoiler. I'm going to take the New York Jets for my upset of the week to defeat the Miami Dolphins and possibly completely taking them out of the playoffs altogether. Next, we will go on to the Sunday games where we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is going to be my lock of the week. The Ravens are going to demolish the Eagles. It's not going to be pretty, guys. The Ravens, they are pissed off after their loss against the Patriots. They're going to be at home. And this Philly team just plays like trash in the second half of the season. They can't finish games. I'm expecting this to be a double-digit win for the Baltimore Ravens, making my lock of the week. The Ravens crush the Eagles. And we're going to move on to the winless Browns on the road to take on the Buffalo Bills. Bills are now in a awkward situation, 6-7, and their playoff chances are in severe doubt. But they got an easy game here. I wouldn't sleep on the Browns, but they're gonna beat the Browns. Sorry, Cleveland. I mean, I was one of the people who said Cleveland would get a few wins this season, and you know what? I think I was wrong. I think Cleveland is done. Give me the Buffalo Bills to defeat the Cleveland Browns. And we're going to move on to the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. This one's easy. The Green Bay Packers are back. Will they make the playoffs? Maybe. I'm not going to say they will yet, but I say maybe. They might make the playoffs. Right, the stride they're in right now, it's looking like they might make it. Division, wild card, who knows? But it's looking pretty good for the Packers. They got an easy game here at Chicago. I mean, don't get me wrong, Chicago likes to show up against the rivals, but I don't see this Green Bay team losing to Chicago, especially the way they're playing right now. Give me the Packers. Another lock for the week. Next, we're going to move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. And, I got to give props to the Texans. They pulled out the win against the Colts. I doubted them, but the Colts, they didn't show up enough. The Texans, they showed up for the game, and now the Texans are, 4-0 against divisional opponents, and I say they'll make it 5-0. I think the Jaguars could show up here, but they're losers. They find a way to lose every game, and as much crap as I've given Brock Osweiler, I mean, the guy is not a good quarterback, but you know what? Lamar Miller in the run game, He's backing it up, and I say he'll back it up again. The Texans will do just enough to win this home game against the Jaguars, so I'll take the Houston Texans to win. Next, we're going to move on to the Tennessee Titans, who came off a big win over the Denver Broncos. They'll be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, and while I would like to say the Titans could get the upset, and even though they did last week against the Broncos, then again, that was a home game. This is a road game at Kansas City, and it's not easy to win on the road at Arrowhead. The Buccaneers did it, but I don't think the Titans will do it. I say Kansas City will get the W here in a close game. We're going to move on to the Indianapolis Colts at the Minnesota Vikings, and I can't take the Vikings. They're just, despite their win against Jacksonville, they're still not a good team. And Indy, they're 1 week they're good, next week not so much. But I'm going to take the Colts here to win this game. I say this will be a game for them to win. I say Andrew Luck steps it up this game, and Indy wins. That's it. I say Indy just gets the road win. Plain and simple. Next, we have the Detroit Lions at the New York Giants. This should be a fun game here. But that's right. Matt Stafford is dealing with that finger injury. He's going to play through it, but I don't think it's going to be the same Lions. All these games they play are all by close scores. And the Giants, they came off that huge win against Dallas. They're playing some of their best defensive football here. Their offense is, kind of meh right now, but their defense is just too good. And considering that the Lions' offense will not be the same with this Stafford injury, I like the Giants to win this game, keeping the Lions in single digits. So I'm taking the Giants to win this game over the Detroit Lions. And next, we'll move on to a flexed game. This was originally Sunday Night Football. It is no longer Sunday Night Football. It is now 1 o'clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers, now they were having a 4-game losing streak, now a 4-game winning streak. And they're on the road to Cincinnati, who they're on a bit of a streak themselves. They have 2 straight wins now. They're trying to salvage their season. And, this game could really go either way. We know how we saw last year how these games can be. Just dirty, high injury risk, and just crazy things happening in these games. At this point, let's see, Steelers are now leading their division by 1 game. And the Bengals, they need to win out if they want any chance in the playoffs. You can almost say it's a coin flip here. I say the Steelers have enough to win this game. Their defense has been very impressive lately, especially their red zone defense, forcing teams to kick threes and that stuff that wins you games. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers in a close game. And next we have the New Orleans Saints at the Arizona Cardinals. And you know what? I'm going to go with the home underdog here. I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals, Tough loss against the Miami Dolphins last week. They came back just to lose. As for the New Orleans Saints, they just fell apart. And I guess Arizona plays their best football when they're home. So I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. Next, we're going to move on to the San Francisco 49ers at the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are going to win this game. Enough said. We're going to move on to the New England Patriots at the Denver Broncos. And by the looks of it, this should be game of the week. Maybe? No, I won't say that's game of the week, actually. But it's a runner-up. The New England Patriots, they did a heck of a job against the Ravens defense. Almost 500 total yards against a top defense in the Ravens. I think they can do the same to the Denver Broncos here. And as for the Broncos, I think they're just I think they're starting to fall off a cliff here. I say they're going to by the end of the season, they're going to find out that they're out of the playoffs. And this is going to be one of those games that's going to prove it. I want to take the New England Patriots to win on the road at Denver. It's going to be a close game, but I say the Patriots will win it. And we're going to move on to the Oakland Raiders at the San Diego Chargers. And Do I smell upset? Do I smell upset? Nope, I don't smell upset. I say the Oakland Raiders will get the win at San Diego. San Diego has just been struggling the past couple of weeks now. And as for the Raiders, even though they had a tough loss last week, I like them to bounce back this week. They have a week and a half to prepare. I'll take the Oakland Raiders over the San Diego Chargers. And now I'll say this is game of the week, the new Sunday Night Football game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Dallas Cowboys. And the Buccaneers are just red hot now. 5 straight wins, I believe it is. That is pretty impressive. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are just red hot right now. They are red hot, playing some of the best football I've ever seen the Buccaneers play. And as for the Dallas Cowboys, yes, they came off of that loss last week. And now everyone's saying, oh, maybe Romo should be started. Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. It was one game they lost. Calm down, all right? The Dallas Cowboys are still a great team. And you know what? I'm taking the Cowboys to win this game. Although I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can pull the upset. But ultimately, I think coming off of the loss last week, I say they will bounce back this week. Had they beaten the Giants last week, I probably would have taken the Buccaneers upset. But now I think the Cowboys will kind of get their stuff together and just squeak out this game. But this is my game of the week. Cowboys get the close win over the Buccaneers. And finally, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Washington Redskins on Monday night. And I like the Redskins to win, plain and simple. The Panthers are just not the same Panthers. And the Redskins are looking to get back into the playoffs, the wild card standings. Because as of now, they're outside looking in. But with a Tampa Bay loss, I say that'll be extra motivation to win and get them back in the playoff picture. So I'm taking the Washington Redskins and Josh Norman to get revenge over the Carolina Panthers. If you want to call it revenge, I don't know. The Redskins are going to win. So that's it. Those are my picks for Week 15. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree with my picks? What do you got to say? And another thing, who do you think is going to make the playoffs? Who do you think are going to win the divisions? Who do you think are going to be the wild cards? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? You know what? Why not ask these questions? This is Week 15. We're almost at the postseason. Start asking, guys. Let's see some more interaction. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe for more content. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Galaxy's Greatest. I'm out of here. Peace.